Hi, I'm Kim Metz, physical therapist, going to be leading you through a lower body strength training routine today. I am going to be using dumbbells for all of the exercises. You are, of course, welcome to start this program without using weights and working on body weight only. The first move is a suitcase squat. You will notice with a suitcase squat that the dumbbells are coming down along the side of my lower leg. If you'd prefer to have a more upright position with your chest, you can do a goblet squat here, bringing those weights up in front of your chest, holding them front and center. Focus on having weight equally distributed between your heels and toes. We want to make sure when you're doing a squat, your heels are not lifting off the ground. Sometimes that means you have to put a little bit more attention into having your weight go through your heels. Trying to lower down into this squat to where your thighs are parallel to the floor. Doing squats over a chair is always an option for modification. Next move, we're going into a Romanian deadlift. So demonstrating here with no weight, I will be picking up my heavier set of weights with these. This exercise does work the hamstrings and glutes, which tend to be pretty strong muscles. Oftentimes we can be limited in how much weight we use because of our grip strength. With a Romanian deadlift, you see my legs are bending, but this is not the same as a squat. My knees bend to allow this hip hinge with those weights gliding down the front of my legs. The effort here comes from a little stretch to the hamstring at the bottom and a squeeze through the hamstrings and glutes to stand up. Really wanting to squeeze those buttocks as you come back into that standing position. If you are feeling this anywhere else, you'll want to check in a mirror or a video and really watch body mechanics on this. But this is one of the best hamstring and glute exercises, so I really want to make sure that you learn how to do it correctly. This next move, you typically can also hold quite heavy weights as we are strengthening the calves. You, again, might be limited by your grip strength and how much weight you can hold. So holding the weights at your side or up at chest height, whatever you're most comfortable with. It is a two-legged heel raise. About 15 repetitions here. Next move, we're moving down to the floor on a mat. If you have it, something kind of soft, it will be a weighted bridge. So I am bringing a couple heavier weights. These are 20-pound dumbbells. The safe way to roll a heavy weight onto your hips is to kind of go into this side lying position, pull that dumbbell up against your pelvis, and roll back. If the weight's not too heavy, you may be able to just sit down with that weight on your pelvis. Now with this one, I did get about 5 repetitions in and had too light of a weight on. This exercise was just too easy. So as you can see here, I go ahead and grab an extra weight. So if you're using 2 dumbbells, you can prop them vertically. You want to try to set them on the front of your hip bones and stabilize the weights together so that you are using just the glute and hamstring strength here to lift up into this bridge position. You are pressing the weight through the heels of your feet and really trying to lift those hips as high up off the ground as you can. The next move is a great move for strength and balance. Reverse lunge to balance. I am using weights in both hands here. You can do this one body weight only. Reverse lunge to balance, alternating legs each time. So you really want to try to take a wide lunge to the back, and then that back leg comes up in front of you for a balance, just for a quick hold before you switch legs. Reverse lunge to balance. Now, if I'm getting picky with myself here, I really could be lunging further back, taking a wider step back for this lunge so that my front knee isn't shifting so far forward over my toes. I'd really like to be sitting back a little bit further. I also am on a very soft mat, and so you will see my back knee tap down onto the floor. That is okay, of course, if you're on a soft surface and if you're going nice and slow and controlled. Otherwise, please do not slam your knee into a hard floor on this one. You don't have to go quite so low to have it be effective. This move is a core move, standing. It will be a standing side bend using the weight. So as that weight glides down the outside of your leg, the opposite side of your core is working to pull you into an upright position. You do want to make sure you stay nice and level through the hips. You're not creating a C necessarily. It's more that the top is side bending, keeping your hips level, nice and stable. Also not bending forward or backward in this motion. You're going to do anywhere from 12 to 20 repetitions on one side and then switch to the other side. And last move is another core exercise, which we use and sneak in a little bit of upper body work, getting the lats going with when we use weights for the upper body. This is a dead bug. We are alternating sides here. So my right and left leg will begin together, and then the opposite side goes. So right and left leg extend, back to the center, left arm and leg extend, back to the center. One rep is doing both sides. So I do 20 total or 10 on each side. Really make sure you engage the core, trying to keep the low back stabilized. You don't want to see a lot of rocking. You don't want to see the low back arching up off the ground in this. If the weights are too heavy, you can go lighter for those lats, but this is a great core exercise. We're also activating our quadriceps and those lats as well. Please be sure to repeat this circuit 2 to 3 times through to ensure that you get good muscle fatigue for strength building. And congratulations.